Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, GMB Today. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Darragh Ennis, star of the ITV quiz show The Chase, shared a tricky music quiz with his followers online. But you'll need to be a fan of the oldies to get any questions right. If you've ever sat down to watch some telly while you have your dinner, you'll probably have stumbled across The Chase before. The ITV quiz show sees a team of 4 strangers battle it out against the brainiac known as the Chaser in a bid to win huge prize money. There are currently 6 chasers on the show, and their job is to use their general knowledge prowess to outsmart the contestants and stop them from winning. One of these chasers is Darragh Ennis, known on the show as the Menace. When he's not trying to thwart contestants, Darragh can often be found on social media sharing his own fiendishly difficult quizzes on TikTok in an attempt to catch out his followers with tricky trivia. Recently, Darragh posted a music intros quiz in which he shared the opening lines of a song and asked people to name the tune. If you're a music buff, this one should be easy, but there is one catch. Every song Darragh shared in his 10-question quiz was an old-school track from the 1950s, the 1960s, or the 1970s, so any knowledge you have of current music won't help you here. Watch the video and take a look at the questions we've written out below to see if you can beat the Menace's quiz. Questions: which 1958 song opens with "Deep down in Louisiana, close to New Orleans, way back up in the woods among the evergreens"? Which 1956 song starts with "Take out the papers in the trash"? What 1956 song starts with "Well, since my baby left me, I found a new place to dwell"? What song from 1959 starts with "My love must be a kind of blind love, I can't see anyone but you"? What 1967 song starts with "Oh, I could hide beneath the wings of the bluebird as she sings"? What song from 1967 starts with "Picture yourself in a boat on a river with tangerine trees and marmalade skies"? Which song, made more famous with a cover version, starts with "There must be some kind of way out of here," said the Joker to the thief? What 1976 song starts with "I looked out this morning and the sun was gone, turned on some music to start my day"? Which 1970 song starts with "I met her in a club down in Old Soho, where they drink champagne that tastes just like cherry cola"? What 1979 classic starts with "Livin' easy, lovin' free, season ticket on a one-way ride"? Before giving the answers, Darragh asked, "How did you get on with those? Do you know your oldies? Or were you born in this century and it was all basically gibberish to you?" We're going to post the answers now, so if you still need a minute to read over the questions, don't scroll any further. Answers: "Johnny Be Good" by Chuck Berry, "Yakety Yak" by the Coasters, "Heartbreak Hotel" by Elvis Presley, "I Only Have Eyes for You" by the Flamingos, "Daydream Believer" by the Monkees, "Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds" by the Beatles, "All Along the Watchtower" by Bob Dylan, covered by Jimi Hendrix in 1968, "More Than a Feeling" by Boston, "Lola" by the Kinks, "Highway to Hell" by AC/DC. Commenters on Darragh's video were divided about the quiz. Some said they had scored a perfect 10 on 10, while others claimed it was a struggle to answer even one question correctly. One person said, 10 out of 10, born in '61 and have loved music all my life. Another added, "I'm gutted, I got one wrong. Number 4 stumped me." But a third lamented, 0 out of 10. I knew 3 after you said what they were, but I can't think fast enough. The studio lights of The Chase gleamed as another lively episode wrapped up. But off camera, Darragh Ennis, known affectionately to fans as the Menace, was already brewing something special. A quiz master at heart, Darragh wasn't content with simply outsmarting contestants on primetime television. He had another passion: music. Not just any music, but the golden hits that shaped decades long before streaming apps and TikTok dances. "People think I'm just about facts and numbers," Darragh laughed in an interview that followed the show. "But give me a vinyl record from the 60s or 70s and I'll be in my happy place." So when ITV asked him to prepare something fun for the network's online audience, he surprised everyone with a new challenge, a music quiz only true oldies fans could conquer. The quiz wasn't just a list of dry questions. It was a journey through time. The very first challenge asked, which Motown legend sang the words, "My mama told me you better shop around"? The question alone transported players back to the soulful sway of Detroit in 1960 when Smokey Robinson's velvet voice first graced the airwaves. Darragh sprinkled in cheeky commentary, writing clues as if he were chatting with old friends. For example, another question read, if you think this British band was satisfied in 1965, you're wrong. They famously couldn't get any. Of course, Rolling Stones fans smiled instantly. Viewers quickly caught on that it wasn't about who could Google the fastest. It was about memory, nostalgia, and connection. Every question unlocked a story, a memory of youth, or even a tune that parents once hummed in the kitchen while cooking Sunday roast. Social media buzzed within hours of the quiz going live. Some fans shared that they called their parents to help answer. Others admitted defeat after failing to recognize names like Dusty Springfield or the Supremes. One fan tweeted, I thought I knew music until Darragh's quiz made me realize my mom is the real rock star of the family. Another wrote, forget the chase. I just lost against my dad who knew every single question before I even read the options. Darragh couldn't hide his delight. That's the magic of old music, he explained. It connects generations. When your parents or grandparents can outscore you, that's something to celebrate, not be embarrassed about. He even promised to create a follow-up quiz, hinting at an even deeper dive into obscure gems of the 50s. If you can hum along with Buddy Holly without missing a beat, you're ready for round 2.